All right, g'day and welcome. Okay, I'm going to pull in a secondary film camera here just for some aesthetics to look at. Gotta like looking at these things. Okay, so what I have here is, this was my Pentax ME Supra that I got after my grandmother died. She got it from after my aunt died, so I ended up with it. And I wanted to do some shots with it, and I got to fix it because it's broken. But once I get it fixed, I'll get working with it and see what I can do. Here's my trusty old Nikon D100. Yes, it's a little outdated or whatever, but can you make money with these cameras? Yeah, you can. And if you want to make money with a camera, how do you do it? Where do you start? Whatever. Well, within one day, you could possibly even make money on the first day. I'm not guaranteed you will. And I'm not trying to sell you nothing here. I'm just telling you what I've done and stuff like that. So, first off, where did I start? Well, number one, don't start with weddings because the expectations are so high for weddings and stuff like that. You might want to work your way up to that. So where did I start? I started with weddings. So, but I had a big warning label and a disclaimer on myself. So I've done 3 weddings so far for about $100 a piece. Right there tells you why I got the wedding. A typical wedding photographer might be one of my friends, her photographer, and I saw the photos he took, and I saw the photos I took with this camera, and this is back in 2004 or so. And I'd love to show you some of the wedding photos, but I don't think my friends would appreciate them being on the World Wide Web. You know, it's a private thing, right? You got to ask permission and stuff like that before you share that stuff. But one of the things that I noticed is he was using older cameras like this. He was still using film. Yeah, he was still using film. And he charged $750 for the photos. And I got to tell you, they were well composed, but they weren't that good. It'd be like me doing the photos now. People probably see the pixel difference or whatever. So I took photos and they were like, oh my God, they're so good. You know, we should have got you and that type of thing. But I did it because it was cheap. And the reason why I was cheap was because I have only a built-in flash in a dark church somewhere. Probably not going to be giving you spectacular shots. You know, but you'll remember the day and whatever. That said, the second wedding I did, or maybe it was the first, I can't remember which one was the first, but anyway, I got another $100 because they were like, the cheapest guy was $500, and that guy was booked from May right through to August, and they're like, okay, well, Reg, how much will you do it for? I said, I'll do it for $100. I said, okay, good. Now, that said, just because I was getting paid $100, this wasn't a walk in the park. Now, mind you, I knew the people, that type of thing, and then I recently did my cousin's wedding, and again, they're like, oh my God, the wedding photos are so beautiful. But it's because the composure, you know, like I pull people outside to take the photos outside, use natural light, try to, especially you don't want to be in the midday sun or whatever. So you use what you got, and you just try to compose the best photo you can. And if they know that, well, this is what your capability are. I never oversold myself saying, oh yeah, I'm better than anybody else for that. I said, no, I got a good camera. I know what I'm doing, but there's going to be limitations. You know, don't expect, like Lady Diana's wedding, that type of thing. Don't expect that. That type of thing. So they know this. So they actually have an expectation of you from here. But you already know you're capable of this, right? So you tell them that you're going to be here. They expect, okay, well, this is what we're going to get. We're, for $100, we know he's the cheapest guy, so we'll get whatever we're going to get. So they're expecting this, but then you give them this, and you know that this, if you were getting paid $1,500, would be like that, that type of thing. So the point here is quite simple: is that you don't undersell yourself. You be honest as possible if you're doing weddings, because you are going to be biting off more than you can chew. So what I would do is I'd say, okay, well, I'll take the wedding, I'll burn a CD, you guys take it into Blacks or whoever's around, whatever photography stores around now, go print out what you want. The photos will be this size of the candid shots, they'll be JPEGs, so you'll be able to probably print them about this big or whatever before they get grainy. The bride and groom, I'll take in the biggest I can, a TIFF or a JPEG, largest JPEG or NFE RAW, but I usually did largest JPEGs just to keep it simple because you need special programs to open up NFE RAW. And I do that, and that's billboard size almost. We're talking, an 8x10 platform to blow it up before it's grainy. So that's pretty good. Maybe it'll get a little bit grainy before that, but you can see it on your computer as you blow it up because they're not going to do it like a 16x20 most of the time. They'll do smaller. But if you want to be able to at least give them a 16 by 20, but you let them deal with it. You let them take the cost of that. So you don't even have to do that work. So you're basically there, you take the photos, you burn a CD, you give it to them, that's what $100 gets you. You want me to do more than that? Add on another $100. You want me to do more than that? Add on another $100. You know what I mean? And then that's why a wedding photographer costs so much. So if you're going to start off as a wedding photographer, you're probably going to start off doing local weddings and stuff like that of people who have lower expectations. But you can learn a lot during these weddings. Now, for me, I got paid several different ways. Number one, I would get, $100. Number two, they would feed me. That was always good. And number three, you get some beer out of it. And number four, you get to flirt with the bridesmaids. Anyway, that type of thing. So I always had the funnest time. And your rapport with the people, like, a lot of times I don't even care about them. They're like, oh, you know what? I didn't even see any of the photos you did, but that guy was great, man. He was awesome. He was funny. He was getting all the best shots of everybody. He was, really, reacting. And I'd take about 600-700 shots in the wedding. Like not just okay, let's see what comes out, but no, hey, can I get you to do this? Get the people dancing, get all the candidates, and it becomes memories for people. So the thing is with this camera, this was going out pretty solo. One camera, 2 lenses, and 1 flash card. That's a lot to rely on. Yes, a great camera, whatever, but it's a lot to rely on. You might want to have 2 cameras. One is a backup. You might even want 3. Newer cameras have dual SD card slots and stuff like that. This has bank 1, bank 2 kind of thing. But again, it's like this camera, I put it away between, basically I used it pretty much from 2003 to 2008. I pretty much used it, a couple of times a week, whatever. And by 2000, how am I doing for time here? By 2008, I stopped using it, and basically the camera sat in the box till 2014 when my cousin asked me to do the wedding down here. And I did that wedding, I did the photography, plus I had the other little camera as my backup, plus they rented a big, or the church has a big video camera. So I filmed the wedding. So I did like 2 different things there. And it all worked out really, really well. So all I had to do was run the other camera, just show me the basics of it, just get the good footage. So I got the good footage of the weddings, I got the rings, got all that stuff. And that's where I started. But if you're going to get into wedding photography, it's a lot of work. It's not I do it the low cost, low effort way, but you still have to put in good effort. You still have to get good shots, because one of the things is, like, also know who you have to refuse. There's some people, ask them what they want, what they're expecting out of the photography. And if they give you a bar that's this high and you can't meet that, don't do it. It's not so much that your name will be mud, because no one's going to know who you are anyway. But the thing is it's that you won't be able to use it as a reference. And not only that, you're going to ruin somebody's day. You know what I mean? Like that's a special day, so you don't want to ruin it. For me, every photo I took pretty much at the weddings were always really good, really clear, really in focus. Very few I had to throw out, or delete or whatever, that type of thing. So that was very important that you don't start with weddings. But I did it just because I knew the people. I'll do that. I won't do it just for anybody. It's like, okay, well, what do you expect? A lot of people, okay, they don't have $700 for the wedding, that type of thing. My other friend, he when he got married, it was like $3,500 for the photographer. And I looked at some of the photos that were produced there. And again, with newer equipment and with assistants and everything. How am I doing for time? Sorry, you can see my time here. And I got to tell you, like, I could have probably done better than that. I just, it was just kind of like the guy just took the photos for the city. He didn't get the shots, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So also too, one thing you're going to learn about weddings, either you're going to enjoy doing them or you're not. I enjoy it. I wouldn't want to have to do it every weekend though, or every week. I would lose interest very quickly. Not because I enjoy the people, whatever, but at every wedding you're going to find that there are going to be people that are going to be great to take pictures of, and there's going to be and you have to ask everybody. That's one of the things. Do you mind if I take a shot for the bride and groom? you're going to get people that are going to say no to you. You know what I mean? They'll get in the group photo, but they don't want the candids. You know what I mean? So there's all that. You got to be a bit of a diplomat too. So there's a lot there. But I would start off small, work your way big. Maybe I'll just leave this one on weddings. Anyway, there we go. Just some advice. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy who does it. That type of thing. All right. Anyway, there we go.